Hey there, welcome back to Cooking with Chef Paul. Today, we're doing a favorite weeknight dinner of my family that's quick, simple, and a classic American dinner. We're making Filipino spaghetti. I got first introduced to this dish long time ago from my cousin's wife, that she's Filipino American, and she introduced our family to this dish. Now at the time, I was getting secondhand from my uncle. What we would just do, would do spaghetti noodles, hot dogs, and then banana ketchup. Now, if you have not heard of banana ketchup, it is the essential thing you need for Filipino spaghetti. You can sub some other stuff around, but you need banana ketchup. It is ketchup that actually came from the Philippines that used bananas in it from World War II when they did not have tomatoes. It's delicious, it is extra sweet, so if you're more used to American savory style, might not be a big fan, but if you have a little kid in the house like I do, this is the perfect little thing for them. I mean, sweet sauce, got some spaghetti noodles, and we got hot dogs. Now, that version I made, it's not the more authentic version of the time after culinary school. I've made some other versions, and this is kind of the version I've come to now that I think is pretty good. It's not, I don't know how super authentic it is, but I think it's a pretty good one. It's great for weeknight dinner, which is always the best thing to do. I think you'll love it too. Let's get started. Now, first thing we want to do is get our hot dogs up. We're going to get our minced, which is French for everything in this place. Just do some fancy culinary stuff. I like to use Nathan's hot dogs. Just my dad lived in New York and when he was in the Navy at the time, so I grew up eating these because he lived to love them. Use whatever hot dogs you want. It doesn't matter. Now, if you want to be more authentic, what you can do is get the red hot dogs if you can find them at your local international or Asian market. My market was out of them today, so I went with Nathan's. You want about 8 of them, give or take, for your hot dogs. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna slice these up in little oblong shapes. So we're just gonna go out of bias, out of angle, and just dice them up. Get these all done, and once we get these done, we'll move on to our other mise en place. Okay, now we got our hot dogs all chopped up. Other vegetables we need to get 1 onion. You can do Philadelphia or yellow onion, whichever one you like, your choice. And we need 1 pepper. I like to go with the red, just to match with the red sauce. But if you want to add any of the other ones, you can. Green be a little more tart, so I'll go red for this yourself. And then we need some garlic. Now, you can use 4 garlic cloves. I myself love garlic, so I'm probably gonna end up using half of almost a whole bowl, just because I and my family love our garlic. But a quick little trick just to get your peppers done. I'm learning in school, cut down like that, and then I can just rip out the guts. Boom. Now you got a pepper. And then we're just gonna dice our pepper, dice our onion, and then we'll chop our garlic. Nice and simple. One thing that definitely helps is if you have a really sharp knife. That's the best thing you need for a kitchen. I'm just gonna cut it into kind of like matchsticks, and we'll just dice it up. I always say for everyone, as long as you get yourself cut, it's all that matters. My wife always talks about how I cut stuff better than her. Does not matter. For me, food is food. I've just spent some time in the culinary industry, so I've gotten a little more experience. Got all peppers cut up. Save 1 pepper because I love the privilege. I love peppers. We're gonna move the peppers aside in a different bowl. We're gonna cook them a little different than our onions and garlic, but can't forget these. These you can always use. Don't want to use any waste. Just cut around. Now we just got that left. Peppers are great because they're so versatile. They're so delicious. You can eat them raw. You can cook them. You can do so many things with them, and there's almost no waste for them. Perfect vegetable for a budget. I feel like all kids like. Everyone likes peppers. Well, maybe not. There's people that don't like stuff. I feel like everyone that I've come across at least likes peppers in some way or shape or form. Okay, now we got our peppers done. We'll get our onion and garlic chopped up real quick. Onions don't take too long either. Take off the outer core. Put that in a little waste bin. Always great to have a little extra bowl so something to put your waste and garlic. Trick to do. Now, I don't do this every time, but when I want like my garlic nice and fine, I kind of want that for this dish. I'm just gonna come along the edges, make a little, I guess like a little bookcase or shelf to call it, and then we'll come across. And then nice little dice. You can also do it the classic way, but if you're wanting a more like precise dice, this is the best way to do it. Now I'm wanting this up to cook down a little more for my sauce. I don't want as big of clumps. That's my preference for this type of sauce. We're gonna keep the garlic and the onions on the little tray quick. We're just gonna do a quick mince on all this garlic, nothing too crazy. And with that, we'll have all of our mise en place done. And we'll get started on the cooking part. So this dish comes together super fast. Well, I love these types of weeknight dishes when there's not much prep work. I don't mind cooking times, but it's hard sometimes when they just have to be prepping and cutting for an hour straight. It gets a little annoying after a while. So got this one done. Let's head on over to the stove and we'll get cooking. Okay, I'm back over here. Get your pot heated up with some oil in it, about medium high heat. Once our pot's heated up, we're gonna add our hot dogs in. And we're gonna saute these and get some color on them. Get them so about maybe minute, 2 minutes, and we'll get some nice little color on these things so they're not raw pretty much. Okay, now we got some color on our hot dogs. We can get these guys out. We're gonna drain out this excess oil that came about, and then we're gonna start throwing in our veggies afterwards. Okay, now we got the hot dogs out. We're gonna add in our garlic and our onions. And we're gonna saute this for about another minute or so. And get this some color on it, because this will also deepen our sauce. So deepen the complexity of our sauce. So we don't want to burn it, so you want to be moving it periodically, maybe about, especially with the garlic in it, maybe about a minute and a half. Get some color. You can do it to translucent, but I might wait till the onions start getting a little more yellow. Because I want some deep complex color in my sauce. I really like that. We'll let these cook for about a minute or 2 minutes. Okay, we're starting to get some nice color on the onions. We're starting to yellow a little bit. So with this, we're gonna throw in our pepper. Get all that thrown in. And we're gonna saute this about another 45 seconds to a minute or so. Let these peppers start softening up, and then afterwards we're gonna add in our ground beef and let that start cooking. So our vegetables are getting all nice and cooked, getting softened. We're actually gonna move them aside to the side of the pot, make a little bit of room. Now we can put our ground beef in. Our ground beef can have a little more of a surface to cook and get that good char, because char is flavor. You don't want to burn it. There's no difference between burning char, but we can get some good browning on it. And we're just gonna put our pound of ground beef. I went with the lean ground beef because it only has much fat for this type of dish. I'm gonna mash that up. Just let it lay nice and flat. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave this undisturbed. So you start getting a nice little char and darkening on the bottom, get a little crispy. And then we will mix it up. And that'll give us some good strong flavor that we want for our dish. We're starting to get a little color on the meat. So what we're gonna do is gonna break it up some more. And we're gonna also combine it with our veggies, and we're just gonna let the beef cook on through to its full. Just a little more fatty coming out, so it's not getting as much of the char. Probably also from the vegetables. That's okay. Just let this cook on down more and get this fully done. Get all nice and broken up. We want this nice and even. We don't want giant, large bits throughout it. We want a nice, even grind. Go. And just let this keep on cooking until your meat is fully browned. Now that our beef is all nice and brown, we're gonna add in 2 cups of tomato sauce. There's 1. Almost 2. Always need a second can. Okay, there we go. 2 cans of tomato sauce. Need half a cup of tomato paste. Need a cup of banana ketchup. That's what gives it the signature flavor for Filipino spaghetti. 1 cup of beef broth, give it a little bit of umami flavor and depth. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of sugar for a little added sweetness to it. And then a secret ingredient that I recommend you use to give a little more depth is fish sauce. We always have fish sauce in the house. If you don't have it, you don't need it. But add a little saltiness and some more umami. We'll give about a teaspoon and a half or so of fish sauce. My wife's and I's brand is oyster sauce. We like this one, but get whatever fish sauce you like to use. And we're gonna give this a good stir, get everything mixed up. And then we're gonna bring this back up to a simmer. Now the sauce is coming up to simmer, just give it 1 final stir. And then we're gonna put a lid on this for 30 minutes. We're gonna let it simmer for 30 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Mix it here and there. Wow, if you need to lower the temperature, keep it simmering, that's fine, but we'll let this go for 30 minutes. In the meanwhile, we can get our pasta going. Okay, pot of water's coming to a boil finally. Always make sure to salt like the ocean, but do not over salt it. I like to use kosher salt, so I use a little bit less than if you were using iodized salt. Get that. Get your spaghetti of choice. I like Barilla. I've always liked the taste and flavor. Get this all opened up, and we're gonna cook it to its package directions for al dente. Okay, 30 minutes is up, and oh boy, does that smell amazing. It's making the whole house smell good. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, do a quick little final stir for this, and then I'm gonna add our hot dogs back in. And get the hot dogs all nice and warmed up in the sauce. One final little preps. This is one of those nice meaty sauces. What I love, one of my favorite sauces to make is bolognese. And this is just a fun little sauce for me, nice simple play on it. So I love me some bolognese. So like that, get her warmed up. Our noodles are done, so we're gonna get our final plating done. Okay, and it is done. On to about 45 minutes to an hour total to get everything cooked. Let's get it plated up. First thing to do, get our noodles. Boom, boom. Love some fresh spaghetti noodles. Now to have a delicious sauce. That little final stir. We'll pour this over top. A little more sauce, I like mine saucy. There we go. Now one final thing. Now trust me on this. Trust me on this. Cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese is the final thing that they do to make this a truly authentic Filipino spaghetti. I know first we're like, oh, we are cheddar cheese, but we put Parmesan cheese on spaghetti. We put cheese on it. That's the final thing. And look at that dish. We'll let the cheese get all melty. Now we'll get wifey over here and get her taste, get her approval on this. Okay,
Yummy.
Try it. Let me know what you think.
I love a hot dog.
What do you think of the sauce with the noodles and cheese?
Let me see. It's sweet, enough savory, and tasty.
It's good. Good
It's
weeknight hit dish for the family.
Mhm.
Nice.
Good Filipino dish.
Mm.
Mm.